Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're cracking open the Viral Shorts Playbook. We're going to go step by step through the exact algorithmic settings you need to make a short actually go viral. We're pulling this straight from source material that literally exposes the platform's hidden mechanics. Let's get right into it.
So let's address the elephant in the room. Why aren't your shorts going viral? Look, if you're a creator, you know the drill. You put in the hours, you upload consistently, and then crickets. It is incredibly frustrating. But here's a fascinating takeaway from our source material. It is rarely your actual creative content that's the problem. Crazy, right? More often than not, it's just a couple of simple, technical misunderstandings during the upload process that are literally stopping your views dead in their tracks.
There's a huge divide in how creators actually upload. The average way, which is what most struggling channels do, is trying to game the system. Spamming hashtags absolutely everywhere, hoping something sticks. But our source explicitly warns that the algorithm will actually penalize and halt your content if you do this. Then there's the smart way. It's a highly structured, deliberate upload method. It's clean. And stick around, because at the end of this explainer, we're going to break down a secret competitor analysis trick from our source that basically ties this whole strategy together.
All right, starting right at the beginning inside the main app. Before you even think about hitting publish, there are 3 foundational steps you have to nail. We're talking about tapping it to a trending sound, using on-screen text, and dialing in your initial visibility and location settings. Let's break down exactly how the source says to execute each of these. Step 1 is absolutely crucial, and it comes down to a 100% audio mix. The strategy here is super specific. First, you find a sound that's actively trending across millions of shorts. Once you've got it, jump into your audio mix settings. Now, if your original audio isn't necessary, drop it all the way to 0 and crank that trending audio track to exactly 100%. Basically, you're just riding the wave of music that the algorithm is already actively pushing.
Moving on to step 2, the visual hook. The source gives a really great specific example here. They typed out Kawali Night UAF and slapped it right in the middle of the screen. Why? Because catchy on-screen text literally stops the scroll. When you use engaging text, play with the fonts, maybe tweak the colors, you grab people instantly. And that split-second pause drastically improves your initial viewer retention, which is a massive, massive positive signal to the algorithm.
Then we've got step 3, which is building your technical foundation through the initial upload settings. Right off the bat, set your visibility to unlisted. We'll get into exactly why in just a minute. Next, add a highly specific location tag like the University of Agriculture Faisalabad example from our source. This is a game changer because a location tag helps the algorithm test your content with a warm, local audience first, just to build up a baseline of engagement. Make sure your audience is set to not made for kids and pick your thumbnail frame right then and there before moving to the next screen.
Okay, now we reach the title, and oh man, there's a massive mistake creators make right here. A bad title is just overloaded, stuffed with random hashtags, and completely forgets to tell the viewer what the video is actually about. The right title, according to the source material, is laser-focused. You want a clear, descriptive topic, and then you attach just 2 or 3 specific hashtags. Think hashtag shorts or hashtag viral shorts. Keep it tight. Do not confuse the algorithm. So once your title is locked in and your visibility is still set to unlisted, you hit Upload Short in the app. But listen up. Your job is not done. You need to immediately leave the main app and open up YouTube Studio. The main app is basically just for the initial data dump. The real viral optimization happens in the back end of YouTube Studio while the video is actively processing. The exact placement of your text across these different back-end fields is exactly what trips up so many creators. So let's cleanly break down what goes where. You've already got your title, with those 2 or 3 hashtags. For the description, the source says you should literally copy your exact title to the top, and then follow it with 5 to 6 relevant hashtags, like hashtag trending. But pay super close attention to the tag section. This is where you use only keyword phrases. Absolutely no hashtags are allowed in the tags box.
I really want to emphasize this because our source explicitly calls this out as a critical error. Adding something like hashtag viral with the actual hash symbol inside the tags box will literally trip up the system. It messes with the metadata. The correct way to do this is to type out natural keyword phrases like viral shorts or trending shorts and completely leave out the hash symbol. It's crazy, but algorithmic success is built almost entirely on these tiny, precise details.
Scrolling down a bit further in YouTube Studio, you'll hit the category setting. Whatever you do, don't skip this. The source warns that just leaving the default category on your channel can be devastating. Think about it. If your default is science and technology, but you just uploaded a personal vlog, the algorithm is going to push that vlog to tech enthusiasts.
They aren't going to click it, and that instantly kills your watch time metrics. So double-check that your category perfectly matches the specific content you are uploading today.
All right, now we get to a massive scheduling hack. Remember earlier how we set the visibility to unlisted? Well, you don't just leave it unlisted and then manually flip it to public later. You actually need to schedule it. Let's say you finish your whole upload process at 7:50 a.m. You want to schedule it to publish automatically at, say, 9 a.m. Keeping it unlisted but scheduled for an hour or so is an absolute game changer.
So why on earth do we do this? It all comes down to algorithmic processing. This is the window of time the platform desperately needs to fully scan your metadata. It needs time to read your title, analyze your description, and process those keyword tags we just talked about. By giving the system this dedicated, unlisted processing time, it can perfectly judge your content and find the absolute ideal initial audience to recommend it to the very second it goes live.
Okay, so your upload settings are completely dialed in. Now let's transition to that bonus strategy for rapid channel growth that our source highlights. This is the secret sauce. If you apply this consistently, it works wonders. They call it hijacking competitor trends.
Here is exactly how this highly actionable competitor analysis trick works. Step 1. You identify 4 to 5 direct competitors in your specific niche. Step 2. Take a look at their recently uploaded videos over the last couple of weeks. Step 3. Scan through those uploads and find the single outlier. You're looking for that one video with significantly higher views than their usual average. And finally, Step 4. Create your very next short targeting that exact same topic and keyword. You are essentially letting your competitors do all the hard market research for you, and then you just swoop in on a proven trend.
So, there you have it. You now have the exact blueprint straight from the source material. You know how to structure your audio mix, format your text, execute those back-end tags flawlessly, utilize the unlisted scheduling hack, and hijack proven trends. The algorithm really isn't a mystery anymore. It's just a set of rules waiting to be followed. So, I'm going to leave you with this question to take action on right now. Which competitor's channel will you analyze for your next viral short? Get out there, put this knowledge to the test, and we'll see you in the next explainer.